I'd like to call the
Testing,
meeting
testing.
to order.
Testing.
Time is 6:01 PM.
Yeah.
Today we have Bernadette, me, Cora, and what was your name?
Linda Khan.
Linda
Linda Khan.
Khan. Welcome.
Thank you.
If we can all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance now.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. To the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now we'll pause for a moment of silence. All right, and the Appearance Commission and Tree Board is charged with promoting, planning, advising, and encouraging the citizens of Graham to help beautify the community while also advising the planting, growth, and protection of trees and native plants within the city of Graham. We'll now adopt the minutes from the July 11th, 2022 meeting of the Appearance Commission. Are there any corrections? If not, may I have a motion to accept the minutes as presented?
I make a motion that we accept the minutes as presented.
May I have a second? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. So now we'll move on to the Residential Appearance Award. In front of you all, you have the nominations for the Fall Residential Appearance Award.
Yeah. If you want to do it kind of how we always done, y'all want to scroll through, and we'll open up some discussion after the fact, while we go on that. to kind of scan through.
Thank you.
Ms. Linda, you have one already? Yeah. Will you move your mic down?
There we go. Why do we do the fall so early?
Well, if how it's kind of going on right now, as we mentioned in a couple of meetings before, admin wanted to go quarterly for these meetings, so 4 times a year. Where it is, I guess we could have pushed it to October and looked towards the Halloween decorations such. But I guess it's just kind of how it fell in regards, and I know wanted to meet beginning of September to discuss the possible litter cleanup again. And that was one of the reasons why we looked to meet here in the early September, so we could look and possibly establish a date at the end of September for that.
Okay,
So that's one of the reasons why we're meeting here today and doing it right now, is because the next meeting wouldn't fall until January, when we take a look at the Christmas decorations, or December when we look at the Christmas
Right,
decorations. So
right.
that's kind of where we're at right now.
I just feel like where it's like, well, the end of the summer stuff.
Mhm.
So when people are just after Labor Day decorating for fall and stuff like that, and, just maybe next year we can push it back a month.
Yeah, for
just
sure.
To see more.
No, I understand.
So-
If I'm trying to think, like I said, I mean, it's kind of, they pushed it to look towards doing the quarterly, because I mean,
Right.
to be, looking at it, if we were to meet on a monthly basis, will we really have much to talk about every single month if we met,
Understand
unless
that.
we pushed it to, 4 times a year, when we kind of block everything together, which is, I guess, also tying into having the business beautification grant. If we have to table that and extend
Right.
it until next month, I mean, you could also consider tabling this and extending the deadline for the fall residential appearance award until October, so you could get some more of those in as well. I mean, it'd still be before the end of the month, so I don't know if you get the full-fledged Halloween decorations, but we were gonna do that. I, of course, have to charge y'all to kind of go out and seek some more and get some more locations here around that you may see, but that's an option for sure. I mean, if we kind of wanted to just table everything and push it to next month so we could, one, extend the deadline for the business beautification grant to try and get some more applicants for that. And two, try and get a little bit more into the fall spirit for the residential appearance award. I think it's definitely possible. But like I said, just
Do you know when the meeting would be next year?
next month.
Next year? Like if we wanted to schedule it in October next year, could we do that?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
I,
yeah,
'cause
I think
agree with
move
you. I think that's a
forward
good
now,
idea.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
Because,
Cause I think even to like the spring and I feel like we're always so early looking,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know.
and
Just if we could help make the schedule of like what month we met or something.
you all are
Right.
more than welcome. After we finish up with, the fall residential appearance and the business beautification grant, maybe that next meeting we'll have in December, we'll sit here and we'll pull a calendar out and we'll look at our future dates for everything. And kind of go along those lines, because I do understand, and it is kind of pushing it, but trying to tie it in with the business beautification grant, we may have lucked out not having any applicants, so we can push that, get some
Right.
more for that, and also get some more of the fall aesthetics and the residential stuff. So kind of up to y'all at this point. I just kind of provide information and reciprocate it over to you.
Have December or Christmas?
What's that?
So is that scheduled to have the Christmas decoration contest or?
Well, we do the winter.
Yeah, so it's not a decoration contest
Oh,
per
okay.
se. It still falls along the line of like the residential appearance award. So if you're looking into, see, here's another point of emphasis that I kind of have to make in this, is because there was, whenever we first kind of started back on this track of meeting again, we were originally meeting the third Wednesday of the month or
Mhm.
something along those lines, and we pushed it over to the third Monday of the month, and we pushed it back to the first Monday. So now, if we have the meeting in December, what does that look like are people gonna have all of their Christmas decorations up on December 1st? That transition between Thanksgiving and Christmas, will all of that take place
Right.
before the December 2nd or December 3rd meeting, whenever it is? So I think I may have suggested one time in a previous meeting, pushing it, the December meeting at least, back to the originally scheduled one, where, what was it, third Monday or third Wednesday? I can't quite
Right.
recall.
Yeah.
Third
Um,
Monday,
So
Yeah,
we're looking to do that,
that would be good.
then we table all this till October, meet the third Monday in December for the full-fledged Christmas or winter residential appearance award. And then we'll also talk at the December meeting about game planning for next year. Just to kind of give y'all a heads up. I don't know, and it can also serve as that December meeting for also bringing things to the table. What do you all as an appearance commission want to see this board do here in the near future? Of course, we have Arbor Day, which is, when is it, like in April, or I can't even recall.
April.
So that's a big hit that y'all have to deal with. Anything in between then that could kind of stack agendas, moving forward. If we do still at this quarterly aspect, we're talking about litter cleanup. What does that look like? Are we still going to try and pursue that this year, or do we kind of just, okay, let's recoup December, start on a fresh, clean slate, lay out everything we want to do throughout the calendar year, and kind of go from there and spitball some ideas off of each other, exactly what we want to do, moving forward as well. So
That's kind of how I feel about the litter cleanup too. I think we should wait till next year. Like if in December, we have like a list of our main goals.
yeah,
What we want to focus on, because I don't know that the litter cleanup is what we necessarily want to focus on yet.
yeah, no, that's understandable. And with that being said, if we do plan on doing that, I will kind of, ask you all to do a little bit of homework in the meantime. And I also will to kind of try and see what other areas are doing with their appearance commission and how we all can get involved as, y'all as a board, me as liaison, however I can help, in what ways presenting, the appearance aspect of it. When it comes to the tree stuff, I may not be as helpful. We might have to work with Mr. Tim, but I'm sure he'd be more than happy to kind of help out any way he can. But that's just kind of how I see it. So I'll leave everything else up to y'all in regards of how you want to proceed with this.
So we're meeting in October no matter what.
No, not,
Oh.
well, yes, if you do extend the business beautification grant.
Okay,
So if you're gonna do that and you want to get some more residential appearance awards in, table this till next month, extend the deadline, table the business beautification grant next month, get some more time. I'll send more pressers out and try and get some feelers of people that want to apply. I again task you all to try and go out to the businesses as well to try. I know you have, we can't put pen on paper for them, unfortunately.
Yeah,
That's the hard part. But just having consistent,
could we kind of like have a Facebook post?
Yeah.
One way or another to inform the community, like, hey, decorate for Halloween, to
Yeah.
like showcase that. one more
Yeah,
time?
I know that there's like a whole folder full of old images used in the past for our Facebook post. I'll make a note tomorrow if the decision is to extend a lot of that stuff to track down and find one that could, one, be used for the fall residential appearance award, and two, for the business beautification grants. We can kind of start pushing those back out. Deadlines, maybe get some submissions from members of the public for the residential appearance instead of having you all kind of having to go out there. I mean, it is nice, you all having some input in it as well, but I think the overall goal from the start was to have it in the community and the community be the ones to submit this. But as we've seen in the past, not really that active to submit stuff. So
That was kind of my thought this time was, I wish the people would know about this. some more.
yeah, and so that's definitely something, I myself will definitely have to work on moving into, working through figuring out how to publicize things and all the other aspects of it. So it's a work in progress for me as well. I'm trying my best. So that's one thing. As I mentioned again, if this is what we're looking to do, give me some time tomorrow to look, to post, to do all, and kind of go from there. But like I always say, balls in y'all's court, however y'all want to handle it. I'm just here to relay information over. So, and help
Thank
out
you.
as much as I can.
Okay, are the businesses ever involved, like that want the neighbors, with decorating or like at Christmas or various occasions that we have for gatherings in the city to decorate their, I don't mean go all out and stuff, but to fix their office, their business fronts and stuff to participate as well, to make it look as attractive as,
Are you talking about,
if we need to help them, I mean. what-
yeah, are you talking about for Christmas in particular?
Or like in fall, you have, isn't it, in October that the big slide comes in or something?
The
And
October
have a big
bash.
Yeah, or something last year, or
I'm not
Well, they
aware.
have
I have,
the
they have
trunk
the-
or treat. They have the,
a trick, they had something.
Yeah, they
but
have
it's not
that
had
for
big
the-
rides and different things, little, things.
Yeah,
But, and the kids went to the, businesses, I think, to collect candy or something.
to your point, Miss Linda, I know there was something done in the past for the downtown businesses for the winter months for decorating for Christmas, but I believe that came through the Historic Resource Commission.
Okay.
Um,
Like I said, I'm new here, I have.
through
No,
the
no,
which commission?
are you sure? I was gonna say, because I think Mary handled that and I did not.
I feel like we voted. Did we vote?
Yeah, I think
We voted on which businesses were.
Yeah.
previous.
We had two, so
Or was
we
it
did
the
one
Parks
and they
Commission
also.
that does like sets that up? Isn't that the Recreation Commission for the businesses that sets up the windows now? During COVID, remember
So-
people
Appearance
were
Commission.
decorating their windows during COVID?
Yeah, it's there.
Isn't that-
I think Mary just
Parents.
she went out, put out the scan.
Right,
Yeah. The scan thing.
yeah,
I just know that she had the,
right.
So, but that, it's always been done through the appearance commission.
you said so?
I'm talking about like years and years and years, because it's been around since we used to have the tree lighting ceremony in the park, in the Centennial Park. That's how long ago it is. I don't know, I'm gonna say 15 years ago.
I would
But yeah,
love
that's a
to-
good
I would love
idea
to
to
see the
link it with
businesses
that
decorate
event.
the windows.
To me, you need citizens as well. It's not all of one. Sometimes it just seems like when you ask for their they just sit back and wait for us to do it.
Well, it's two different things. I think that's what's getting confusing. You have a window decorating contest, which is just downtown, and it's kind of like a walking tour.
Mhm.
And they have like a QR code and so Mary had a Google form and she sent it out to all the businesses. And she said, do you want to participate in the window decorating contest? And then once they agreed to do that, then she set up with the lady to come and paint the storefronts and to, or decorate the inside of the storefronts. We used a guy named Chris Fields one time, and he did several of them. But he has to get started early in order to get all of them done. But I mean, the businesses were willing to pay, I paid, gosh, over $1,000 just to
Sometimes
have
for the
several
business, in other words, not for the town.
storefronts done, because I didn't have to deal with it, and it was wonderful, and he did a great job.
Have the blunt of the cost, but have everyone so they participate within their self to do it how they want and to help with our help. I mean, partnership type thing.
I think the only thing the city really paid for was those posters and the time that Mary had sending out the requests, do you want to participate? And then do you remember what you won this past year? You won something if you won.
I know that she had like 3 trophies and it was red, silver, and bronze or something, I think. They all had birds on top of them. I was not heavily involved in that regard. So
Travel agency one.
yeah, I think it was just I think they won a trophy and a shout out on the website. I don't know if there was any money involved in the prize. I wouldn't assume so. That's all that I know.
But
I
there
was not
people that
heavily
came
involved
down
inside of it.
just to do the walking tour of all the windows, because they were decorated really nicely. So that was its own separate event. And then at the tree lighting ceremony, they used to give the award for whoever won at the tree lighting ceremony for whoever won the window decorating contest. And then the beautification grant is just
Separate.
just a totally separate thing. And then which is for anybody to participate in, and then the appearance award, which again is for residential houses or whatever, they had always put out a notice that said, everybody that wants to vote for this, so it involved the general public, vote, like they basically got nominations from people that had a nomination time. They nominated these different, either a business or a person's house. And I want to say the lady that works for the county won last year. She's in Oldfields. And she had.
Cheryl Ray.
Cheryl Ray,
Yeah.
yeah. And then they put it out for residents to vote who they like the best. So they first put it out for nominations. They get those 10 people or whatever. And then they put those 10 people out for voting. And then whoever gets the most votes, then they win. And then they also do a presentation to them for winning. I'm sorry.
Mhm. No, that's good information.
Yeah.
That's good information. No,
I mean, it's
it's what we need.
yeah, I have no arguments here on my end. So
Okay.
like I said, I've just been pushing information over to y'all and doing whatever I can to help. So
If
Yeah.
you need any of those forms or whatever, I'm sure I can go through my email and forward them to you, Cameron,
I-
so that you wouldn't have to reinvent the wheel.
no, I think like I mentioned, there's a big folder somewhere on the Graham share that has all the old visuals and things that were used. So that's not an easy or a hard task, I guess, to take care of. So we've done the residential appearance award for a couple seasons here now. I'm more than open to any items of discussion associated with it. She mentioned open it to the public, allowing the public to vote. As we've seen the past couple months, public participation is not always up to par. And again, probably due to the fact of lack of publicity. So if we want to kind of take that route and put it all on the folks of the public to vote and choose, then we can definitely do that. But like I said, ball's kind of in y'all's court.
I just would like the public to nominate.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still cool with us voting, but it would be nice if they nominate.
Do the residents ever sign up for their own house? In other words, like if I wanted to decorate my house and say, I would like for y'all to interview my house. Is that how it's supposed to be, that the resident want to participate in it, or does the committee go around and just see a pretty
It's-
house and take a picture?
It's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
So how it's kind of supposed to be set up is I have asked you all to go around and look through the different neighborhoods here inside the city. The real big thing is getting members of the public and these different neighborhoods out and necessarily say if you live in a neighborhood and Miss Jones down the road has a beautiful front decor with a Santa and a snowman with a big old hat on it, and you just think it's the cutest thing you've ever seen in the world, and you fill out a nomination form and send it over to me and I'd add it on the list. So you could nominate 3, 4 different houses, the more the merrier. So that's how it's supposed to be set up, is they do go get some, or you all go do get some, but a lot of the bearings should be on the public to provide, but the public has yet to provide some in the past. So
And like her question, so can someone nominate their own house?
I
I mean, that's
if you
fine with
want
me.
to, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say that there's a bylaw that you can't nominate your own house.
I
At the
don't
end of the day, you
mind.
kind of have to
I'm-
live
I'm
with
talking
your own.
about, I mean,
Yeah.
anyone living in town,
Yeah,
in other words, they've really worked hard, they're really proud of their house. Yes, I would like to be in the contest.
Yeah.
Not,
I think that's great.
believe me, my house would not do.
yeah, for sure. I'm, like I said, if you want to, I mean, if somebody were to want to nominate themselves, I mean, it's literally just a nomination sheet that says the address and the owner, not necessarily who it's nominated by. Could be nominated by anonymous.
That just gives the pride. To me, gives you incentive, whether you win $1 or a bag of dirt for the next gardening. I mean, something to be proud of, and to me, we want to instill to do distributing.
Yeah.
I have to go out every day and pick up trash from the road in front of the house. I mean,
The
And-
person that wins gets a little,
Yeah, I was about to mention that.
Fine in the yard.
So Miss Linda, how it's kind of happened in the past, couple residential appearance awards is we have one of the ground signs, not one of the plastic, wire ones, but like an actual metal frame with a nice little thing on the inside that says residential appearance award winner. I don't know, it's actually sitting in the back of my car because I went and picked it up today, from the other house.
Just give it action.
And we go out there and we take a picture with them and we post it on our website, under one of the sections on there. Not necessarily that they get a necessary prize, but the prize of having that and
That's-
people drive past
that
it,
should
I
be
guess.
plenty, I
But
think.
I know you mentioned like getting a dollar or a bag of dirt, but I just kind of wanted to clear up exactly.
Those are simple, but to me, I would love to see the citizens proud of Graham. I'm saying, and have some ownership of the town and become a part of it. Because we've been through some hard, with the 2 years I've been here, we've been through Arching and the Cobans, and you understand, it's just been a lot of things going on that's not love. Get us together to build from,
For sure.
I do know the county does an event like this, Cameron, it's through the, cause I want it. I didn't know, I don't know why they gave it to me, cause I'm in the city, but I guess they do the cities too. And I would have expected it would have been somewhere out in the county, but we won it 2 years ago, I think, for all the landscaping we did on Elm Street, at Soda Shop. The Soda Shop won it, that's who won it, and, put the flower boxes and all that stuff out there.
that's so pretty, and I
But
love.
they had a pretty good way of getting the public involved, if I recall. But Jeanette Isley from Isley's Farms called me and told us that we had won. But they had a dinner and everything. I mean, it was a pretty big deal, I thought. I mean, I was impressed. They had it at the Cooperative Extension Office there on, that road, Graham, Oakdale Road. And, they served dinner and everything. It was very nice.
Dinner
Wow.
would be fun.
Dinner would be great.
I'll note, we necessarily don't have a budget for to
Yeah.
host a dinner through the appearance commission. If y'all want to throw in $10 a piece, we might get them like a couple cookout trays or something.
I like
Hey,
worth it. Yeah, I
Every
do that.
December, all those
Also
years.
go to the
something.
And I have a caterer in mind.
But I think if we.
So,
start
Madam
now,
Chair,
say,
we-
for
we have,
Christmas,
Madam Chair, we
and
have a couple
promote
things.
that at the tree lighting, you know, you're presented with something, like, I think that that's, you know, pretty neat that they'll do that.
We're talking
And
about this
just
in
start
December.
promoting
We're
it
gonna have
now,
local gatherings.
you know, to just start sending in your nominations, you know, for Christmas or whatever, well, not start now, but this is what we're gonna do for the Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So at the present time, Madam Chair, we have two things on the floor, and I think we need to get something resolved with one or both. One thing was, are we gonna table 4?
Okay.
Okay, so we need a motion to get that tabled, and then second, and so we can yay and nay and move on. Then we had another second thing about you suggesting.
I
December.
apologize. If we are gonna table it, I would suggest making a motion to table it and extending the deadline to the 30th. That's Friday, the last Friday in September, for both of them. So we can discuss them at the October 3rd meeting.
So I make a motion that we table,
What grants?
For the grant application.
The business beautification grant? But I don't. I'm so confused. I thought we had this discussion last night.
what happened?
You got the link, right?
Yeah, but I got it on Tuesday morning at 5:11.
No, I know, but no, all I'm saying, I'm not saying, okay. I'm not saying that you should take it for now. All I'm saying is that they do have them. I just wanted them to know that they do have applicants. That, they can't consider, they'll have to extend it. I get that. I'm not trying to say not to extend it. I'm just letting them know that they have it and that there's people waiting.
Yeah, well, I mean, the applicants that are in are also waiting on the facade grant application. So it will be business beautification grant applications are a fallback just in case you don't get the funding for the facade grant application.
Right.
When the deadline ended, I didn't have any applications. So thus, I mean, she submitted applications for the business beautification grant on Tuesday after the deadline, or that's not received it. So I guess she wants you all to know that applications are in the queue for the business beautification grant.
Oh, good.
So all of the ones that were submitted at the Historic Resource Commission were submitted for the beautification grant. And I'm sorry, it is my fault. I'm not in any way not taking acceptance for it. I thought they were sent out on Thursday. I didn't check to see that it got it, and we have had emails, like, he didn't get the HRC ones either, they went to his junk mail, but these were, it's my fault. They didn't send, I think the files were too large and they didn't send, so I had to create, when I realized it, I had to create a Google link so that we could resend them to him, but they're the exact same applications as the historic. The grant application is the exact same.
Okay.
And it was for the lady that has the awning that's ripped downtown. It's been ripped for about a year.
Yes.
But she just didn't have the money to do it, and this will help her do it. And then Tom Bunny applied for a mural and for his awning to be recovered. Vivian Maltsby, which is beside that, she's also applied for a awning.
Awning,
The new bakery applied for a sign.
fine.
over yonder, which is.
A sign.
They applied for a sign. And then, and the lady at the dress shop downtown also applied for a sign.
So may I have a motion to extend the residential appearance award grant or nominations?
Do we need to extend it because of the historical, like it has to go?
This
through
is just the residential
That's
appearance
for-
awards.
Oh, the
Can we extend that?
Okay,
So
sorry.
let's deal with the appearance award and then I'll tell y'all a little bit about the business beautification.
Okay. Okay,
So may I have a motion to extend the residential appearance award nominations?
I motion.
And table it. So we
All in
need-
favor?
okay.
Okay,
Step
yeah,
back. We need a motion to extend.
Okay, I motion to extend the residential appearance award.
And table.
Okay, if
Is that right?
you need a motion to extend the residential appearance award to September 30th and to table until the next meeting.
And table what? The appearance.
Correct.
Okay, we're stuck with, that's the only one we're dealing with.
Right now, at the moment, yeah, we bounced back from one to
All right.
the other.
So I make a motion to extend the appearance award till September 30th. And table
Till
the
the,
motion today,
until the next meeting.
I second.
the next meeting, okay.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Okay, so now do you need to give us an update on the business beautification grant?
Yeah, like I said, originally when the packet was drawn up, I did not have any applications. As Mayor Talley noted, there are some in the queue for those following the facade grant applications. So I suggested that you allow an additional deadline to the end of the month so we can discuss them at the next meeting, so we can publicize and try and get some more folks out there. So that's all I had in that aspect. If there's anything else that y'all have or anybody else has, more than happy to listen to it
May I have a motion to extend the business beautification grant
and take.
and table it?
Make a motion that
You just need it to be green,
What are we extending? it to?
the 30th of September.
the 30th of September. And then it's gonna be resolved on October 3rd.
Yeah, it's just gonna be tabled to the next meeting.
So I make a motion that we extend the beautification grant till September 30th. And that we will be discussed on October 3rd for final plans.
May I have a second? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. All right, and we will now hear updates from City Council and Mayor Talley. And I just want to say thank you to Mayor Talley for the donations for the Arbor Tree or Arbor Day event from Graham Cinema. Thank you for that.
I don't really have anything to update you guys on unless you have any questions for me. Can you think of anything?
They didn't have any money carried over, did they, Cameron?
No, ma'am, it was all used last year and I think the 15,000 was already allocated for this one.
I mean, the only complaint that I really get about this cost, sorry. The only complaint I get about the facade grants is that they're not all year long. And I don't know, maybe Cameron has a good suggestion about that, but it's like the awning, would the awning have taken this long to be fixed if we would have been able to have access to that? And maybe the grant process should be, it starts at a certain day and then, it starts maybe July 1 and you can start submitting applications and you can submit all year long to allow people, until the funds are exhausted, so it would kind of encourage people to do it early. But if they didn't do it early, it wouldn't just like cut them off and you wouldn't not be able to apply. Like, because, if an awning or something gets ripped or whatever in February, pretty much have to wait until September to even apply. And then you don't know whether you're going to get it or not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it would be nice to have a longer application window, definitely.
Just, I mean, like a lot of the times, the things that we're trying to get done is like the signage and stuff. And those people are waiting, they need their signage up before they obviously open their doors and stuff. So delays and things and that sometimes make it difficult, but sometimes it hits just right and then other times it doesn't. And so you just don't want projects delayed, I guess. But I think the grant process has been hugely successful here in Graham.
Yeah.
I think it has been, and appreciate y'all's work doing that very much.
Thank you.
So
When is the window currently for the deadline for the grant?
I'm trying to remember. So I believe they open at close to the beginning of the year, and we have until now. I believe when we spoke about it last and we set the deadlines for it, it was discussed around like January, February, March, in that area, somewhere in that time frame. So between there
February.
until now is when it was available.
Okay.
We also have to have time for people to actually complete the projects within the fiscal year, so we don't turn over and have money issues on that front, because we have to take it all through finance. And if they don't have it finished by June 1st, then they can't use the money because we have to budget and balance everything out. So that's kind of why it's the deadlines now, is because you also have, because people can't have the project done and come here and ask for money.
Right.
And some people may not be in the state where they want to start the project immediately. They have a time frame when they can get it done before the 1st of June.
The December.
Yeah, so it's a slippery slope regardless of how you want to look at it, because there's definitely pros and cons of both. And so like I mentioned, if this is something that we really want to delve into in the December meeting, when we actually look and game plan for the next year, if we want to talk about opening it up, I'm more than happy to do whatever y'all want me to. I'm y'all's, sounds bad, but I'm the liaison here. I do what y'all tell me to do. If y'all want to do something as an appearance commission, I'll help you do that. So
maybe in December, one thing we could talk about is if we had like would we even be able to have like a biannual business beautification grant option?
Well, how it is right now is the $15,000 is allocated throughout the whole business beautification grant. If you wanted to do a biannual one, you'd probably have to make some sort of justification on if you wanted to split up the money in half, whether
think
that be
so.
7,500 for one half, 7,500 for the other half, or request more funding from city council to do 10 and 10, or however you want to do it. Like I said, it's just kind of whatever is on y'all's plate and appetite for what y'all
So-
want to do.
So looking at 2021, December 2021 minutes, we did extend it and it was discussed in a December meeting. And then we also,
Because we didn't have that many, right?
right, we didn't
We
have
were
that
really
many.
short on that.
And then we also extended to the ETJ.
Yeah.
So we incorporated those properties as well. So we had two things going on for December's meeting. And so I think we pushed it back, but we didn't ever make it like ongoing.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, hard set deadlines are there for a reason, is so that we don't get caught up in trying to, because, if it's first come, first serve, and the first person has if we do it throughout the year, the first person has a project and they use up a good chunk of the money, and the second, third, or fourth people come around and their project really needs work, but we exasperated all the money up front,
Mhm.
and they're kind of left with the short stick. But when you have them all together at one time period, That's what the scoring matrix is for, is okay, this person actually needs it more than this person. This person got some last year. But I guess the same could be said if you want to score them based on that and provide however much funding you want to do it if we do spread it out. Take those same considerations into account and base your amount given off that. So like I said, there's pros and cons to both of them. It's up to y'all to kind of weigh those out and see how y'all want to move forward.
Okay.
I'm just here to help.
Are there any non-agenda items we would like to discuss tonight?
I don't have anything. I know. So hold off on the litter cleanup. Let's talk about it in December. Is that what y'all want to do? Because I know that was a topic of why we were looking to meet here, because we wanted to do it further a little later in the month, but it seems that the consensus was to, all right, pump the brakes. Let's look at it next year when we meet in December.
Can I say something about that?
Mm-hmm.
We've got a several, like, city level, and I did reach out to Sheriff Johnson, and he had the prison team go out there.
Oh.
So they have like a cleanup crew from the prison, from the jail.
Mhm.
And they went up and cleaned all the way from the gas house on 87 down to, what's that road, Cameron, that cuts back into that subdivision?
Which one?
Ivy Road.
More, East Moore? You talking about the new Stillhouse Farms?
So they went all the way from gas house up to Sheep and then down the side sheet, down that road. And he said it was a mess.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I mean, it was really a mess. He said, and he goes, I drove by there, I just seen him last week at an event. And he said, I went by there last week and it needs it again. So I guess a lot of people walk that street and just throw trash down or something. But I think if you contact him, he'd be willing to send people out there, maybe you could talk to him about him doing it on a regular basis or whatever.
Yeah.
So, it never hurts to ask. You might be able to get them to do it, and they're looking for places to clean up for that crew. So raise your hand, so have them come to Graham rather than some other city.
Would we just email him for this?
I'm sure, or you could talk to the major over there, that major's name.
I don't know.
Do you know who it is? Do you know who I'm talking about?
I have no idea, no ma'am.
Yeah, the place is fiddle.
What? Who is he?
Charlie Dane.
That's good to know, though.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
I'll find him here in a second.
In the bookstore, it's not too long.
Name is-
Cameron, have you been in contact with Noel?
Yes, she had COVID tonight.
Oh, that's too bad. When
Yeah.
did you feel better?
She's actually been very responsive to the stuff that I sent out.
Okay.
She let me know last week or this past weekend, I think it was like Sunday, she said that she had tested positive for COVID, emailed me again today, said she tested again, tested
Wow.
positive, and I was like, stay at home. Well, I didn't really say that, but I was like, yeah.
That's the fourth person that I've heard has COVID this
Oh.
week.
Hmm.
No, not good.
Well, Linda, thank you for
That's-
coming and welcome. We're glad to have you. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
You ready to adjourn?
So may I have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion that we adjourn.
All in favor, say aye.
Second.
Oh, sorry. Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned at 6:45 PM.